Robschild, no advice. Never any advice. By the way, I felt like it would be cool to do a morning update on a day like today where the markets are absolutely in complete crash mode. Like I've been saying in my videos, this is not a COVID pandemic. I don't see anyone even interested in coming to the rescue this time. So it's hard for me to see where the bottom's going to be, but I'm not adding to shorts or anything like that myself. I'm kind of just sitting on my positions. I put positions on HYG, shorting credit spreads are working the way they're supposed to. They're increasing in value very dramatically, very quickly. Um, I'll sell them. I don't know when I'm going to sell them. It's hard to have a plan here when things are just completely falling apart because what's stopping it? During crashes like this, you typically will get rip your face off rallies where the news comes out with some idea that gets everybody to be like, oh, it's all going to be okay now. Um, but looking around at the news, like what is that? What could that news even possibly be? The only thing the market seem to be caring about is if Trump is going to be saying, I don't know, April Fools, we're not actually doing any tariffs. Come on, you don't have to sell off all your stocks. I think I went a little too far, and we could get a rip your face off kind of rally like they say on Wall Street, where stocks just suddenly go way up out of nowhere, and that's why I can't add to shorts here. But I'm happy, sitting in majority TLT, basically, zero ZTMF, and then these put contracts are doing well. But anyway, the next opportunity that I see coming that I've talked about is, believe it or not, on the other side of the trade, but specifically shorting the VIX. The VIX pretty much never gets above 80 or 90 for more than hardly any time at all. I'm not sure the length of time. I'm guessing no longer than a week, probably not even a day. And so what I'm looking for right now is if we get into that range in the VIX 80 or 90, that's for me is a super opportune time to be shorting the VIX, not with those darn ETFs that issue K1s, but like I said in I think Friday's show or Saturday's show, puts on UVXY or calls on SVIX. I'll probably be looking at calls on SVIX. Until then, I mean, no one knows when this is gonna stop. It doesn't seem to be looking like it wants to stop anytime soon. But yeah, my whole thing is like, I'm not looking to be buying the dip in anything right now because I don't know how far this is going to go. I might add to the Ingalls markets, that grocery stock. Pre-market it was down 10%, now it's down only 5%. So there are definitely opportunities out there if you have time. I don't have time. It's like I'm starting to wonder if I'd make a heck of a lot more money from just doing this than my day job, uh, especially in times like right now. This is crazy. This is like history being made. Some people are comparing, by the way, this crash to the 1929 crash before the Great Depression. Similar thing was going on with the raising of tariffs, actually, believe it or not, uh, in an overvalued bubble-like market, and it's the exact same thing happening 100 years later. It's kind of funny. You have the 1918 what was it? Bird flu. It was similar to COVID, actually. They had a pandemic that killed a lot of people, younger people specifically. It was actually much worse than COVID. 100 years later, the biggest worldwide pandemic ever. And Great Depression, 100 years later, I don't know. It's not like I have a crystal ball. You can't rule out the possibility of things getting much worse than anyone can imagine. That's kind of my overall take on things right now. And on at the same time, you do have to, realize that you can't predict what the market's going to do tomorrow. You don't know when it's going to bottom, if it's going to bottom. So I don't like trying to trade, buy stuff or sell stuff in these kinds of conditions. I want things to settle before, I can make settled decisions. With things flying all over the place, it's like, it's a trader's dream or nightmare, you know. I'm sure lots of people are becoming very rich off of this, and lots of people are getting burned really hard from this. The main thing, stay safe out there is my mantra. Investing in securities in general, there is risk. There's lots of risk. That's the whole point of investing. You can't have reward without risk. This is the risk. So, you know, the wrong thing to do is that if, you have a long-term plan and of stocks, like you're not planning to sell your stocks in 10 years, 20 years from now, it's generally not wise to try to, sell while in these kinds of conditions when the S&P 500 is already down, I think 20%. What you want to do is start looking for the opposite trade. Start looking for when to buy stocks, when to short the VIX, for example. I mean, as I've been saying on the show for a long time now, stocks have been so clearly so overvalued to me that, the markets, most things still don't interest me very much, including the entire S&P 500. That might change. It's likely to change very soon, especially as bond yields, if and when bond yields continue to drop as the stock market drops, you get a better equilibrium between potential future returns. And so I will be probably selling out of all of my long duration treasury bonds sooner than later at this point. Again, if stocks present a better bang for your buck, a better, more safety in return, relative to the safety and return of long duration treasury bonds, which can happen. If the S&P 500 drops by 50%, it's a pretty obvious sign that, the better opportunities shifts over to the stock market at that point. So right now, I'm just sort of eating popcorn, waiting for something to settle at least a little bit. We're in an all-out crash right now, and everyone was trying to figure out what's going to happen Monday. Are we going to get one of these rip your face off rallies where things just bounce? A lot of people were expecting this. It doesn't look like we're getting that, at least right now, 7 a.m. Eastern time in the morning. We'll see what happens. It looks like when things gap down, open gapped down, it's likely the selling is going to continue. There's no dead cat bounce. It's not bouncing. There's nothing to bounce on yet. it's just falling. But anyway, thrilling times in markets. Yeah. So stay safe out there. Again, the main sort of gambling opportunity that I see out there potentially coming, to be ready for is potentially shorting the VIX. That's what I see as the most opportune thing going on right now, and that can change by the end of today, by tomorrow. I'll keep everybody updated with what I think. But remember, I'm just the guy with a crystal ball. You are personally responsible for all of your investment decisions and indecisions. That's up to you. I'm here just to entertain you and tell you what I'm doing and what I'm thinking, because I enjoy sharing my ideas, and I don't have anyone in my personal life that's interested in hearing me talk about this stuff. So that's why I do this show. But anyway, sorry if there's a lot of rambling here. I'm really going to try to work on less rambling, making things more clear in this show. I realize a lot of my shows have a lot of ums and buts and all that. There's one right there. Anyway, there's more rambling for you. Stay safe out there, and good luck, everybody. Robschild. Should I do a ding? There you go.